Hello, it's Andy Graham of Hobo Traveler. I'm in Lomé, Togo, West Africa, a place you'll never go to. This is after Africa. This is a place, not after Africa, after Europe. This air conditioning is too high. I'm going to shut it off. I shouldn't do that. It acts like I'm closed-minded, right? Or closed-in. I'm not happy or something. I'm hugging myself. I need a hug because I'm so cold. Okay, I'm in an air-conditioned room in a place where it's very hot and you can sweat in a second. Sometimes, let's see, Andres, this is the Ask Andy show. I've been to 90 countries. I've traveled non-stop, perpetually for 16 plus years, and the camera is having trouble focusing. I'm sorry about that, but that is real life. This is exactly what I am. I'm in a $14 air-conditioned room in a Catholic, ran by a bunch of nuns, a Catholic. It's an Immaculate Conception auberge. It's like an auberge. We're in a French country, so I sometimes think in French. But Andres Hidalgo, my travel writer assistant that works in Sinacelo, Colombia, he wrote for me when he went to Cuba for me. Because I'm not allowed to go to Cuba, so he went to Cuba for me. Well, Andres asked the question that everybody should ask: why do you get so angry when people tell you they're busy? I really got to stop with this constant mantra I have of complaining about people that get angry. I think maybe because I see myself in them, I see what I escaped. It's my enemy. Being too busy is my enemy. It's what I was in America. It's everything I'm escaping from. It's everything I'm running from. It is what I'm afraid of. I'm very afraid of being too busy and not having a life. When I was in America, I didn't have a life, and I was just part of the sheep, the lemmings going over the cliff, the Pied Pipers singing along, and I'm jumping over the cliff with every other cow in the herd, right? Really, really annoying to feel like all the geese are flying the wrong way and we're all going to commit suicide at the same time. The deferred life plan is the idea that I'm going to work for 30 years and suddenly I'm going to have a life. Well, you don't get that. You only have today. And I claimed it, but I'm always afraid that people that are too busy want me to forgive them for being idiots. I'm supposed to forgive you for choosing your life. Make an excuse. It's like an excuse. I'm too busy, blah, blah, blah. And I go, why are you telling me you're too busy? It's like a fist in my face. If you're too busy, then why the fuck... Oops, excuse me, Mom, get mad when I say it. Why are you talking to me? Don't pick up the phone if you're too busy. My sister, I called her and I said, I've only called you one time in a year and you're telling me you're too busy. That's like, somehow I'm supposed to modulate what I'm doing, edit everything I do, and somehow optimize the time for you so that you have the most amount of enjoyment of your brother talking. Well, guess what? I don't even need to call you, so why don't I just hang up now and forget about it? I'm calling you because I love you, and I want to tell you I love you by calling you. It's nothing I'm ever going to say on the phone is important. There is nothing we're going to talk about that's important. So I'm talking to you because only to show and assure you that I love you. But people say why I get so angry is because they're like insulting me. They're like somehow I'm responsible for their time. I'm not responsible for your time. You're responsible for your time. If you're too busy, why are you telling me? I can't make you not busy. I can just listen to you. Well, I'm afraid of, human nature is we're a group, we go together, okay? We're social beings. If everybody around me is eating a pizza, guess what? Andy's eating a pizza. Yeah. You ever try to study what weightlifters are supposed to eat? Where you're supposed to eat, like, I don't know, 1 gram of protein for every pound of weight, so you got to eat like 10 cans of tuna and 20 eggs. You try to go into, after work with a bunch of friends of yours into a restaurant and do that, you're going to find out that you stick out like a sore thumb and you're basically the odd man out and you don't feel like part of the group. We want to be part of the group. Okay, but I don't want to be part of the group that says I'm too busy, because to me the goal is to be in control of your time in your life. So why do I say I'm in, I have way too much time and I have a lot of free time, and what? Even when I don't, it sets the norm on how my life is. If I say I'm too busy, it's self-prophesizing. Of course I'm too busy. I told you I was too busy. Like if a friend says, I told her I was an asshole. I said, you tell me you're an asshole? I have to believe you. Okay. You tell me you're too busy? I believe you. You tell me that you have trouble with this? I believe you. You tell me you don't really want to do it? I believe you. Okay. Basically, I'm not going to talk you out of being too busy. I'm just basically going to divorce you from my life. Anybody that tells me they're too busy, I divorce. I cut them out of my life, because I need friendship. I need people that have time for me. I have time for them. When they call me up, I read emails. I don't know, I read these emails, and these guys write these incredibly long emails, sometimes to me, and then they want me to agree. If I don't agree, then I'm not their friend. The first time I disagree with them completely, or I make a video to disagree, they're gone. And that's not a friend. A friend is a person that basically allows you to disagree. That allows you, knows when you're on the bad subject. I mean, like anybody that calls me up and tells me they're too busy, I call up somebody on the phone. Hello, how are you? Oh, you're too busy. Okay, bye. Finish. I don't call them anymore because they're insulting me. You're calling me and I'm too busy. Okay. At the end of the day, anybody that's 16 and they tell me they're too busy, I go, okay, you haven't had enough life experience to get control of your time in your life. At age 24, I see you striving, fighting, you're clawing your way to the top. I'm a little bit understanding when you're confused, but they're not the ones that saying they're too busy. At age 45, everybody tells me they're too busy. And what are they really telling me? They're telling me, I don't really want to talk to you. And it's an insult. You don't really want to talk to me, so why am I talking to you? I'm not going to sell you on talking to me. Now, my friends and family for 20 years, I listen to it and wait for them to stall. Then they go into a rambling rant on the next 20 minutes on how things are thinking. I go, well, you're ranting. And I'm listening and I'm listening and I'm listening, and they need somebody to listen to them. And I go, you need to take a moment. Okay, but how to get control of your time in your life? I think about this for days. I used to sell real estate, have 15 people working for me, and I was busy. I never made a lot of money that I could spend on my own because I was always in the business development stage of life, but I did make $180,000, $200,000 in commissions, and I don't know where it went to. I should have been able to throw money up, and I didn't manage my money right. I'm not ever one to say I'm good at money management. I am now. I'm good at money conserving. I'm not good at I'm not good at paying my taxes because I don't like to do it. It's an emotional burden. But that's not true. Right now, for the last 15 years, I've been perfect money management. There's no way to file bankruptcy and do it. But I still know I'm in danger, right? I always could have troubles because I don't like to think about money. Okay. I'm thinking all the time about how to help people to get organized and how they can be happy. The secret to happiness is easy. You do more things in a day that make you happy than things to do. And then somehow people are doing something that makes them happy, and they make a decision. I have to go do something that's I needs done. And I go, you're really, really happy, and suddenly you got to go home and water the lawn. And I go, do you really like watering the lawn? But I think a lot of people have no clue what they really like to do. What they really like to do is the thing that they do, they can't stop themselves from doing, and the things that they don't like to do, they kind of procrastinate. For some reason, people, they build up a life where they have to water the lawn, mow the lawn, you know, they create a whole repertoire of things that are responsibilities that don't really make them happy, and they end up having no time to do what they want to do to make them be happy. Basically, if I procrastinate a minute on doing something, I don't do it. If I have a lot of people right now wanting me to do, I got a big lecture in Bangkok by this SEO guy that earns $275,000 a year doing SEO for TripAdvisor. He did. Now he's in Bangkok because he realized he had to work for the $275,000. And he says, Andy, you got to learn social marketing. I said, I don't like tweeting. I don't like Facebook. I'll get on there on Facebook, but to sit around, it's like I don't enjoy understanding how Facebook works. I think Krukenberg is a thief. I don't like talking with thieves. I'm afraid he's endangering identity. I get on Facebook. I like to look at pictures for 5 minutes. I'm not going to get on there and make it a business thing. But he wants me to get on there and game Twitter. He wants me to game Facebook. He wants me to do other things. He says, I won't earn money doing that. If I have to do that, and that's what I have to do right now to get money on the website, is because basically Google's saying anybody that's popular, that's basically has 5,000 Twitter followers, some reason, you know, they used to say if one website, a good website pointed at you, then they said a high value website like Wikipedia is pointing at you. Now they're saying that if you have 5,000 Twitters pointing at your page, you're good. And I can buy, I have a program that automatically creates Twitter followers. And I could have 50,000 Twitter members. And that's what the guy in Bangkok was telling me to do. He says, basically game it. You get 50,000 friends, you get 50,000 Twitter mates, and Google will love you. And I go, I don't want to sell that. I don't want to make money that way. And he's like, well, you have to. I said, I have to make money in a way that I don't like. Okay, and this is the whole time management thing. And this is why Andres, why do I get angry at these guys? Because most of the time, first of all, they're telling me they don't want to talk to me. And, you know, you don't like to lose friends. So when they tell me they're too busy, I say, okay, goodbye. And I know I'm losing a friend. And I have no choice because I'm not going to annoy the person. I'm not going to call them and know that every time I call them, they're too busy and I'm annoying them. I want them to say, hey, Andy, I'm happy to see you. Until they get their personal problems under control, I am out of their life. Usually this is age 25 to 50. After 55, suddenly everybody starts having a lot of free time and realizing that don't take everything so serious. I don't have to strive. I don't have to want to be rich. I don't have to be the king of the world. I don't have to be anything. I'm 58. So I know that I'm not going to be president of the United States. I know that I'm probably not going to be a millionaire. And I'm probably never going to have those six-pack abs again, even though my Thai girlfriend usually like, oh, look at the six-pack. And she loves to say, because she knows that was is and always will be one of my goals, to have that perfect body. And I'm fighting age, right? She knows me well enough to know what I really dream about, and even pushes me to get a dream that she knows is just a dream, right? But I'm not going to get fat. I refuse to get fat. And I'm prone to it. Okay, I want people to change their goal from being I'm too busy to saying to everybody, I have time for you. I like you. Let's talk. This idea, life is good. I say life is good because I got so tired of hearing people say life sucks. I have to counterback it. It's like a balance. The more things you hear in your day, is what you become. So I want everybody to stop with this. I will penalize them. I will stop them. You're not going to be in my life making my life busy. I cut you out of my life. I remove you from my life if you tell me you're too busy. I want the person that says, I'm in control of my time in my life. Even if they're not. I want them to think that way, because one day if they talk the talk, they'll walk the walk. And yes, I get angry because I'm afraid that I'll become too busy. And so I'm constantly vigilant, stopping it. So what's the name of this video? I don't know. It's me rambling about why I'm angry at people. That it's because I see it in myself, and I never want to go back to that life again. It is what I divorced from America. This culture of having pride in saying you're too busy. This is an absolutely insane goal. Andy Graham, Lomi Togo. I'm in Africa, a place that you'll never have time for. Why? Because you're too busy.